Guys, well, he's danced his way into our homes, into our hearts. Finally on the big screen, about time, talking to Derek Hough, his new movie, Make Your Move. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. And is this new movie, do you feel like it's just kind of a natural progression of your career, or was it just like a challenge that you wanted to tackle? I mean, after your sister did a movie, I was wondering, where's your movie?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, we filmed the film quite a long time ago, actually now, but it was definitely a natural progression. I read the script and it seemed like a lot of fun, and I got to learn a lot of new things in it, and the whole process. So it was great. I did a lot of theater, a lot of stage in London, and then television with Dancing with the Stars. So it definitely was next on my list, and so yeah, it was an amazing experience.
And when we see you on Dancing with the Stars, it seems like you guys kind of get that instant gratification, whether it's from the judges or from the viewers at home tweeting or from the live audience. What's it like? I mean, here when you're shooting a movie, you don't necessarily have that instant gratification because we can't see it yet and we can't react to it yet. So is that a different challenge for you?
It is a little bit different, definitely. I think, especially when you're doing a dance film where you're performing and dancing, where I'm used to doing theater and or even like the live show, you finish a routine and there's an audience there and they sort of react to it or they applaud. And on the film, you're dancing and then there's sort of no reaction, so it's different. But the big difference for me was, doing live TV or live shows. It's you only get one shot, that's it. Whereas with the film, it was great to have numerous takes and to be able to kind of go back and redo things.
And you can sort of reach for that level of perfection. Now, talk to me a little bit about the chemistry that you had with your co-star. I mean, this is there's some intimate moments in this film. It's not just all dancing; it's a love story too.
It is, absolutely. It's definitely has that sort of, Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story feel to it with the two different cultures, and that was another thing that kind of interested me about it. It just seemed very different than what I was, what I have seen before, and I actually met Boa, who's my co-star, who's a massive star over in Asia, and I saw her perform, and I was just really in awe of what she's accomplished at such a young age, and it was an adventure that we both wanted to go into this and we're learning about, and it was wonderful, man. It was a really cool, great experience.
And speaking of adventures, you and your sister have an adventure, sort of an extended adventure planned over the summer. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do. We have a tour going out this summer, and it's called Move, Live on Tour, and that's what we want. We want people to move. We really want to get the whole audience involved, dancing, moving. We're going to get them up on stage. We're going to meet them before the show. It's going to be very interactive, and it's going to be basically like a rock concert for dance. So, if we're in your city, then come see us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
No, absolutely. And last time we saw you, you were in Indianapolis at the Indianapolis 500. It was 2 years ago. So I want you to go ahead and mark your calendar, okay? Because the next race, May 25th, Sunday. So get your tickets, and we'll look for you there, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, honey. Good talking to you. Thanks so much. Can't wait to see the movie.
Thank you so much, babe.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dancing with the Stars. I think the whole world knows this guy. This morning, Derek Hough joins us live from Los Angeles. Derek, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Much better now that you're here with us. You've got a new movie out. We're going to talk about the movie in just a minute. But first, let's talk about Dancing with the Stars. What an emotional moment on the show. This week's Dancing with Amy Purdy. Can you talk to us about the approach that you took for this?
I mean, for me, it was just a wonderful opportunity to give, for me, but also to give Amy an opportunity to showcase, to show her emotions, not necessarily through words, but through movement, and she even told me, she said, it's hard for her to sort of express herself in certain ways verbally, and, she just said to me, she said, thank you for allowing me and giving me this permission to be vulnerable in sort of in a way that I could never imagine that I could show and share, with my family. was something that means so much to me and that was so important to me.
When you went home that night, you were able
to revisit a
Sorry, Derek, when you went home that night, you were able to kind of digest that. Did that sink in? I mean, that's kind of big, don't you think?
Well, you know, when I first did the season and I found I was going to be working with Amy, you know, I'm in a place right now in my life where I'm very inspired and very sort of, you know, in a certain mindset. And I know she is, we're very like-minded people. And, you know, so for the opportunity to work with somebody like Amy and to sort of be able to you know, define the odds and to show people that, you know, the biggest disability is our minds. You know, that's the biggest restrictions we put for ourselves and the biggest, you know, fears we put up. And even though hers might be more visible, but you know, she's defying them and she's living her life not based upon, you know, what you think you can do, but what you can do.
I think you should write a book or tweet these, exactly what you just said, just put that out to the universe time after time. You have a film coming out. Can you tell us about that? Yes, I did, sorry. Sorry, yes, it's coming out April 18th, and it's called Make Your Move, and it's fun, man. It's a great film. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of a Romeo and Juliet story of two opposing sides and star-crossed dancers, I guess, if you will. And yeah, it's great, man. Some great dancing in there and a lot of fun. What's next on your plate, Derek? I mean, the whole world watches you. You are a huge star. I find it very interesting that you went to London when you were 12 years old and your sister behind you, a few months behind you. I just think that must have been such an experience at 12 years old. You've done so much. What's next?
Well, actually, it's funny you say that about the book. I actually have a book coming out in June. And I also I'm going on tour with my sister. We're doing like a you know, 44-city tour. All around the United States. It's gonna be like a rock concert for dance.
Oh wow!
It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have, yeah. So and the shows are selling out, and we're gonna get the audience involved, and they're gonna be up on the, you know, we're gonna have them dancing. We're gonna have them up on stage. We're gonna, you know, it's gonna be very interactive.
Derek Hough, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us this morning, and good luck. We'll see you next time when you're promoting your book and your show and everything else that you're doing. Thank you so much. You can see Make Your Move in theaters Friday, April 18th.